Yo, listen now, on today's topic, right? Let us get to it. Let us move forward. Today's topic is called The Great Pretender. All right? Okay, The Great Pretender is an individual, who do things for his selfish motives. The Great Pretender is a liar. He's a deceiver. He do things for satisfaction, gratification. Some of you guys are great pretenders for years, all your lives.
What?
So, you have to know and be able to distinguish who's a great pretender, you know what I mean? Good evening, my audience, my family and friends. Salutations to all my extended ones. We've been going for a minute, but we back. About to get it on like Poppy Broadfight, the skipper, my host, and I am your host, Elefante. Okay? We're here. Yo, I just want to show my man some love because I love my brother. All right? That's what we do. Hold on. You know what I want to do? Like, go face this man. All right? That's what we do. That's my guy.
Okay.
All right. Yo, listen now, on today's topic, right? Let us get to it. Let us move forward. Today's topic is called The Great Pretender. All right? Okay, The Great Pretender is an individual, who do things for his selfish motives. The Great Pretender is a liar. He's a deceiver. He do things for satisfaction, gratification. Some of you guys are great pretenders for years, all your lives.
What?
So, you have to know and be able to distinguish who's a great pretender, you know what I mean? The great pretender is a mother of a handbrake.
Mm-hmm.
The great pretender will neglect his children just to get ahead.
What?
You understand what I'm saying? Whether it's a woman or a man, or a girl or a boy,
What?
Being in a relationship with a great pretender because that great pretender was trying to bark upon something that you, the other, significant other, probably the great pretender wanted to, okay, I'm gonna do this for him or her, but this is not really who I am. But that caused friction in the relationship, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Verbal, physical, because this is what you I thought you wanted this. All these years, waste of time to affect that you've been a great pretender all these years. Whoever, however, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Ray, go ahead, bounce off of that for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit it.
Well, when I think of the great pretenders, I think about people, making excuses for things, or people trying to capitalize off of things, and they will do whatever they deem necessary. Lie, steal, cheat, deceive.
Cover the whole gamut, right?
All of that. You know what I mean? They would do whatever it takes. Go to a relationship. You have people that will sit there and pretend like things are well in a relationship. Things are going great. I mean, how many people really honestly ask each other in a relationship, how are we doing? Are we okay? A lot of people deal with assumptions, thinking that things are good. And there's a lot of people that really pretend that everything is good. They will make up a story in their head just to make things go by, or people will deal with each other in relationships based off the sake of the children. Mm-hmm. People make up things to get ahead. I mean, you got people that sit back and lie about the things that they have. How dudes go up in jail and sit there and be doing the jail politics and lie about what they did in the streets. But I know from my experience, if you don't have a photo album with pictures of you doing these things, then your word don't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have evidence on things like that. But people pretend. I mean, in all walks of life. You got dudes that pretend to be your friend and will backstab you in a New York minute. Do what they have to do to get past, to get by, to make things work for them. You know what I mean? That's one of my definitions, or a few of my definitions of a great pretender. People pretend to be more than what they are. People pretend to be less than what they are. But whatever it takes for them to get by, they're going to do. They're going to pretend. Or, you know what I mean? Like, fake it off, lie, whatever. But the word pretend seems more cleaner. You know what I mean? To define what people do and how people move and stuff like that.
And
go for it.
And the only reason why I said the great pretender, because these pretenders, as time progressed, they became great at it. They don't even know.
Right.
They became something that ain't even, because they became so used to them just doing it now. That's what they do now.
Word.
You fathom?
Word.
You know, like, you know, I've never been a great pretender. I have pretended. I did that before. You just being honest. But me pretending wasn't based on nobody else. Wasn't hurting nobody else or deceiving nobody else. It was something I was going through my own. Like when I was embarked upon my last incarceration time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people ask me, "Yo, you about to go through that 9? You about to, you know, yeah, I'm about to go do yada yada yada." But that shit was killing me inside.
Right.
Because I had the children now.
Right.
I'm 33.
Right.
At that age, I'm coming home when I'm 40. God damn, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm pretending like it's okay. Because I know how to do a bid, but still, it's killing me.
Right.
At this age, I got children.
Yeah.
You understand? But I'm looking to the outside looking in. I'm all right. You better go, you know, to take time from the street.
Yeah.
That much time?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
That shit was hurting me. That shit had me thinking all kinds of ways, man. I ain't going in. I'm about to run. Take flight. You understand? Everything that I was pretending like everything was all right, but it really wasn't. But you know, but I had to get over that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you that I was pretending. I'm not a great pretender. I've never pretended to be something that I'm not anyway. Like a lot of people are. Like go back to relationships. Yo, if you're in a relationship with somebody, and that person that you're in a relationship with, you're pretending to do the things that you know that you said that you was going to do in this relationship because you thought your significant other wanted you to be like that, but your significant other really didn't care.
Yeah, just being somebody that you're not.
Yeah, because let's say, like for instance, like you break, you know, you're a high caliber guy, right? You understand? Now you get in a relationship, you know, not saying that, you know, whatever. I'm just making an analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got a girl, you know what I'm saying? So she's telling you this, oh yeah, she want what you want. She know what you like, but you ain't never tell her that you had to pretend to do this and do that and do that to please me. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
You understand that great pretending shit right there?
Yeah.
And then times progress. Now, she hit the fan. What happened?
Yeah. Well,
now,
you know, when you're dealing with people,
I didn't lose you, though, did I?
No.
You know, I
when you deal with people these days, I mean, I just want to be as honest as I can.
Yes.
Sometimes you can't give people total honesty because they know that will crush people. People can't deal with it. I'm one of those people that love to give it to you as honest as I can.
Robert Nick.
I want you to understand it, man. I want you to feel it. I want it to sizzle through your spirit. How the boy said, I want this thing to sizzle. I want this thing to go through you so you can understand.
Feel
it. Ain't no pretending with me. I don't want no one around me that's pretending. I can smell it. You know, we done been around so much of that stuff throughout our lives. You can smell it.
Motherfuckers be so transparent when they embark upon us and
right.
That goes back to our podcast, right? You know, like people running up on us, I need to be on your podcast, or you know, pretending that they watch our shit all the way live, but they being imperative about they want to be on our podcast. What you want to be on a podcast for? Furthermore, you understand?
Right.
But what about the other guy? You know how the situation, right? It's funny. The pretender, right? The great pretender one day, right? I was in the cypher one day, right? Not too long ago. Shows the great pretender next to me. We talk, we chopping it up, whatever. Show, we talking. I'm not about to tell him about our podcast because I'm not doing that. I'm illustrious. You know what time it is, and he filling me out to see when I'm going to say about my podcast. Somebody else coming, a third party coming. Hey, yo, how the podcast doing? So now the great pretender like, oh shit, you got a podcast? I heard about it. I was going to ask you. When was you going to ask me? I don't care about if you ask me or not, but don't sit over here and try to beat around the bush and be a great pretender like you don't know what's going on. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Great pretender.
I mean, that all depends on, you know, some people don't really want to pry. I mean,
it
all depends on the person, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I know that's what I'm saying. This person, this particular person,
is,
you know what I'm saying, fishing, waiting for me to say something. I'm not going to say anything, yo. You know what I mean? Of course y'all keep your eyes upon me and my man.
Well, what do you think about people coming to you, asking you about coming to your podcast?
Let me tell you what I think about that. You come to this podcast and you want to be interviewed. What do you think the interview is going to be about? It's going to get gory. You have to be ready for us to ask you questions like, yo, is it true that, you know, 8 years ago in Carl Robinson somewhere, you know, I'm just making an analogy that when a riot broke out, you told everybody forgot about that. Extra stuff like that. But you want to be on a podcast. We gotta talk about stuff like that to get to your success now. It's part of your life. I'm not trying to land base you or nothing, but it just gotta comes out. You ready to be over here, right? Just like a jump off chick who's a grown woman now. You know, she bungee jump. You know, she was promiscuous in her day. Come over here and sit on this podcast. We're gonna, you know, we might not crack that can open, but it might get cracked open. Are you ready for that?
And then you're just talking about just random people.
Yeah.
You're not talking about people that might have a business going or might have like really changed their lives. Been been in a bad situation, real bad, and then they through adversity they came out, and you know now they have a random people that just come up to you and do stuff like that.
It'd be the random ones that be doing that. Like where your success is at.
So then what? Okay,
I don't say anything, so I just shake my head like, but I'm asking.
So what would they talk about though? I mean, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where your success at? You know, because you know you're going to be asked these questions. Are you ready for these questions? That you're gonna have to be able to strip yourself. Right. But then you're gonna be mad at me and my guy. Oh, I didn't know y'all was gonna do all of that. Shut the fuck up. Learn what you're gonna be interviewed about. Right. Because you don't want that to be you like me. If I know a point in time with this podcast, we're gonna have to get interviewed. Right. You understand? Right. I'm ready. Right. My shit is on the table. You understand?
And that is a great idea to probably give a drop back of each other's perspective of where we come from, not just a brief summary, like talk about certain things that really probably took place back in the day or something like that. Yeah. I mean, you can't pretend none of that stuff. That stuff was like all authentic. You know, you have some people like that really should be invited to talk to them about, you know, their life and stuff like that, because a lot of people do have great testimony. Yeah, but you know, and you know, and adding on to what you said, like I wouldn't want anyone to just come up here and just talk about what. You know what I mean? Because it's not. I mean, you know, it could be fun time and stuff like that. You kick the Willy Bobo, but how close are you to the person to want to come up here and kick the Willy Bobo? You know what I mean? And being that because everybody can't come where you're going. No, we don't. Exactly. You know what I mean? The road that's traveled now is the road that we should be cruising, and we got rid of all the excess weight. Everything. We got rid of all the suitcases, and you know, we done downsized on the car, probably turned it from a sedan to a coupe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, a lot of people just can't come where we're going now because we can't pretend anymore. Yeah. Those days are over. I can't pretend to be people friends. I can't pretend to have love for you. I can't pretend to be in love with you. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to want to be around you. I can't pretend to want to speak to you. I can't pretend none of that stuff. That shit is over.
And you know why? You can't. I can't do that neither. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, yo, like I feel sometimes. This is how I be feeling sometimes when you cross me and the first thing you come out your mouth. I need to be your podcast. Yo, you insulting my intelligence. I'm an intellectual person. If you want to cross me, and cross me in a manner where strike up a conversation, a dialogue first before you go to that route instead of just being impetuous. Somebody must have made you mad. Yeah, no. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, come on, stop pretending. You know about the podcast. Don't come with me with that bullshit, man. I'm intelligent. If you know me and when you across me about my podcast, about you want to be on it, don't come to me with that off the rip. Strike a, let's have a colloquy. And then let that shit roll. I would accept that. Even though you're still pretending, right? Because you're transparent, but this don't come up like it's an imperative. Hey, yo, I need to be in that podcast.
But what about
you know what I'm saying? Pretending because you really don't watch it. You know about it. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people that may take it personal. It's not. Look, there's a lot of people out here that you can't say no names. You can't name stuff like that. One person, but it's people that probably do be silly with it. But you also have some people that I believe that are genuine, really deserve that platform. And I can name a few heads that's really like that I really want to get it like really build with, to really to pick their brain and see what's going on with them, to coming from the bottom, coming from the mud, to come through that like a phoenix, like you know what I mean? Yeah, like just come through like just came out of the ashes, man. Like you thought they was done, and then they just came out of nowhere. Bam! You know what I mean?
Spread your wings.
Yeah, but as far as getting back to the matter, the real matter, as far as pretending, you have people that do run around here and pretend like they changed, and they really didn't. It's going to be a time when a person is exposed. something is going to take place, something is going to transpire. I just don't like people that pretend that can reach other people first and beat you to tell bad news about you or about people around you when they're the fake ones, when they're the ones that's pretending. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I don't like those type of people that really be on some thinking that their shit don't stink, or they know that it stink, but as long as they can pretend and they can stay away from you, then they can, they can win.
Yes.
I really would want to expose a lot of the situations like that. You know what I mean? Like really put people out there in Front Street to let them understand and know that you can't pretend with me. You can't sit there and pretend like you got love for me, but I know in reality you don't, because it might be people around me that I really hold near and dear to me that you don't love. You know what I mean?
And it's plain
so
simple.
You can't be like that. We can't. There's no balance in that.
Real.
You know what I mean? I can't play the neutral role when it comes to certain things. You know what I mean? When I know that it's fake and I know that it's not right, be it man or be it woman. You know what I mean? So if you around people, because everybody want to be grade A real ninja. You know what I mean? Or a real G, or I keep it 100. But the reality is, first and foremost, if you saying it, that means to me that you got a problem anyway. What's understood don't need to be talked about or don't need to be said. So don't sit here and talk about 1,000 times I'm real or I keep it real, or don't come to me telling me that this person is real or this person keep it a buck. Man, that's all subjective, right? That's all subjective. It's all about how you feel about that person. Just because you feel that way about that person don't mean that I'm going to feel that way about that person. Just because you feel like that person is 100, first and foremost, you might be corny. You might be fake. So that might be the perfect person to be around you. So that person going to be 100 to you. You know what I mean?
What's 100 though? Motherfucker just be saying shit.
Yeah, just be saying it, but I just, that's a part of slang. But I just want to be, my people are my people. This is my my subjectives, people that I'm around, my selection of people who I feel that keep it official. You know what I mean? That keep it official with me. Because the masses, they may not see it as being real. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people can pretend all day. You know what I mean?
That masquerade party is beautiful, huh?
It's tough, man. But people walking around here all day with them beautiful masks on, not just makeup. People walk around here with a mask on, a deceitful mask, deception, man.
Vindictive.
The
whole 9 yards.
Deceptive.
Subterfuge, all that type of shit. The trickery.
All of that, man.
That you can't read, but you know what? And you know what? That goes back to genetic. Motherfuckers that be great pretenders for so many years, they don't even know that they're giving that to their seeds now.
Oh, that's born. They born with that for real.
Yeah.
They born with that. It becomes natural. Then you wonder why you're going through heartaches and pain and stuff like that. Man, you gave it up all through your life. It's in you. It's your DNA.
Yeah.
It's your blueprint.
Oh, is it?
So what you think gonna happen? That's inside you. If it's your DNA and blueprint, that means it's in you. Yeah. What else is in you? That seed growing. That's a female or a male. That seed is already in the male. Then it goes into the female. Now it's doubled up. Now it done doubled up.
Travel about, right?
Now it doubled up, man. It done went from, I bet 100 on this number. Now they done doubled up, man. I bet 200 on this number from the male to the female. This thing is real.
The great pretender.
How they say it's real.
The great pretender comes in many shapes, sizes, and forms, and on every aspect. And the great pretender is a mother level, right? Like I said again, you know why? Because like I was telling you about that person who embarked upon me, and they say nothing about the podcast until the third party came in, right? He knew about it, but damn, I heard something. But guess what? If something about me was gory and scandalous, he would have been the first one probably to be talking about, yeah, I knew that when that shit happened, you understand? But you get what I'm saying? The great pretender. You follow what I'm saying about the great pretender? Yeah. Like on that note,
I can't pretend.
No, neither can I.
I don't know how to pretend.
I pretend, like I said, my pretend was on that type of shit. That was myself. That was for me, not to deceive nobody else. Though I never pretended to deceive nobody else. I mean, probably relationship when I was young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like back in the day, you could, relationships, be it the female, or be it the dudes that.
But my guys, I never.
No, even you've been around dudes that you
pretended to be something that. Yeah, of course, of course, of course. They had to keep. And they still doing it now because they had to keep that up. They got lost.
When we were young, when everybody, the masses were young, playtime was playtime. Things when you get a little older, when you get up in your 30s, getting ready to go from the 30s into the 40s, solid. You know what I mean? But you got some people that really be running out of control, that really do stupid stuff, that really don't have they don't have no landing pad. They just flying.
No
it's like somebody just flying and that don't just like flying until they run out of gas, or a train that's just running fast where there's no stop, or a boat with no docking bay, no nothing. They just floating. They just moving around until it's time to crash. But when it's time to crash, people are so forgetful now that people can forgive and forget like this. Black people, we the kings and queens of that. Yeah. We got the short-term memory game on smash. You know what I mean? All
beautiful.
That's real. That's forgetful people by nature. The whole nine. Well, we can forgive who we want to forgive. You know what I mean? But a lot of times people be around people for whatever reason. Always a come up. You got dudes that run around here that know that dudes be on this
Cheesecake Factory
shit, be on whatever type of time, and they still hang around these dudes because it might be money involved.
Well, that's why I go
back
to
the difference between the dude that want to get money with you and the dude that want to get money. The dude that want to get money with you is a vision. They're gonna see the same thing you see. They're gonna eventually try to get to the same goal that you're getting to. But the person that want to get money, they don't care where it come from. They don't care where the money come from as long as it's there. As long as the money arrives. That's all they care about. And they will be the ones that pretend all day to be your boy, to love you the whole nine, until something tragic happened. And then it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And that's over.
Moving on to the other
to the next one. Leeching. You know how that goes. But I can't do the pretending thing. No, I can't. So I'm not the great pretender. I'm not that. Definitely not that. Definitely not the great pretender. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm doing well. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. I got to answer this real quick.
Hey, answer that chat.
La 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 means I love you.
What up, brother?
What's up, baby?
I love you, baby.
You.
That's your whole earth?
Yeah. What's up, baby? What's up? What's going on?
Till I say my love.
I just want to let you know I love you.
Oh, man. All the time.
All the time, baby.
All the time. Mario said, what's up?
They eat, baby.
Okay, there you go.
They sleep, baby.
Oh, you still an R. Kelly fan? Yes, ma.
Miss Penny, how you doing?
Come on, Mario said, what's up?
Oh, tell them hi, Mario.
I'm right here. I'm gonna slide like Grease in a minute, though.
Yeah.
Can you hear me say hi?
Yeah. We got you live and clear.
I got you live. I got you live right now. But anyway, I'm taping. That's all right. That's all right, baby. It's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna talk to you soon, all right?
Wait a minute. Marie wants to do something. She wants to know if you don't want these phone on.
All right. I'll give it to you in a minute. Give me a second. I'll call back and give it
Don't
to
call back, Marie.
you. All right.
Okay, baby.
Yeah, later. Love you.
It's old earth right there, man. Word up. But back to the great pretenders, yo. Like my man said, not a great pretender. Never even what I could even fathom myself embarking upon being like that. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yo, from day one, since I can remember from just being a child, like I just couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I pretended.
Great pretender, person I pretend
we
different.
pretended a lot.
I pretended.
You know what I'm saying? I pretended to like a lot of dudes.
You get what I'm saying?
I pretended
But
to
you
like
were no
a lot
great
of
pretender.
girls.
You pretended.
But I don't like a lot of dudes, and I don't like a lot of girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
but
the
you didn't let that
pretending is over.
But you didn't let that become
who I got love for is who I got love
Hey, yo.
for, and that's my opinion on how I am.
Yes.
It's not the end all be all. That's just how I
That's
feel.
you per se.
I just can't pretend anymore. That's over with. I'm tired of it. I'm not going to be pretending on nothing. I'm just going to be as honest as I can. And people do not understand when you be honest, sometimes it's not always constructive criticism. It's just blatant honesty. When you a piece of shit, you need to know that you're a piece of shit. That doodle on a stick for real. You really a piece of shit.
You know what?
And you stink. That's it.
That's crazy, Break. What you just said. People want to be deceived, but then the people that want to be deceived, when you deceive them, they're like, why you just can't tell me the truth?
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. A lot of people.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Honesty is a blunt instrument, man.
Word. And that thing hurt when it hit you upside your head.
Woo.
When that thing sends shocks. Hey, man, listen, man.
Hey, yo,
take
forget about we got. Hey, yo.
Take it over, kid.
You understand me? Come on, man. Don't pretend with me, man. I ain't with that bullshit. You understand? That's when I get verbally abusive and shit like that because I see what this is balking up at. Come on, man. This is it's a little personalized going on right now with me. I'm able to tell you that.
Let it be known.
Forget about it. You understand? In every aspect of the way. Files, homeboy relationships. You understand me?
Right. Chick
relationships. I haven't been in many, but still though. Pretending to be something that you're not, and that's not good, my friend. And on a personal, I ain't even feeling it. You understand?
Word.
Yo, y'all see me and my mans. Of course y'all keeping y'all sights upon us. We exclusive like a brand new pair of kicks. You know the drilly.
Word.
You understand? That's my man Elefante over. That's my big little bro. That's Big Lil right there. For real though. Yo, listen, man, just stop. Yo, be yourself. If you can't learn to be yourself, then keep being a great pretender and keep hurting everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
But everybody think they're real though, Kick. So
man, I don't give a fuck. I stop saying real.
You would never know. That's what I'm saying. But everybody think that they keep it real. Everybody think they keep it real.
That shit, you know that shit.
Everybody. So who gonna really be honest? The pretender's gonna be the pretender. The pretender gonna die pretending, man.
That's crazy.
The pretender gonna be
they're gonna die. They're gonna take it to the coffin.
Pretending they still alive. You know what I'm saying?
Dead man walking.
I'm just saying, the pretender is going to pretend that they don't have X, Y, and Z, but they got A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? The pretender going to do what the pretender do.
The great pretender.
You know what I mean? But the job is for you to weed out the pretenders, to eliminate as much as you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because once a white pair of sneakers get dirty, you can wash them again, but it ain't going to never be the same. They might look white and cute, but at the end of the day, they're not going to be the same. And over time, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. So the best bet is to do like you do with Air Force Ones. Wear them once or twice and throw them away.
Toss them
out. I'm saying get rid of them. Because the pretender's the pretender. You don't want to be around that, especially if you're trying to do the right thing and you're trying to make moves and you want to have constructive, like the real constructive criticism or honesty. Who won't do that?
It's only like 5% out of 100, right? Huh?
No, the 5% is the different.
No, but I'm just saying. But what I'm saying, that's the truth, though.
Word.
Right? I mean, you know.
All right. Listen.
Yo.
We back in effect. We back on the move. We doing what we do. We are going to have interviews. I keep saying it, but we are going to have interviews. So check out Campfire Talk, the podcast. We air every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Be there or be square. But I know most of you suckers are square anyway, so I know you're not going to be there. But what we do, we travel to the universe and galaxies. But we let most of you suckers hit the street lights because that's as far as you're going to go. And I have proof. Where have you been? But we put this thing together, knowledge, and I say peace. But go for it, baby. I'm just doing my thing.
If you could catch this thought for the day, it's pertaining, pardon my language, it's pertaining to the great pretenders, if you can catch it. It goes like this: a person will desire any object so long as he or she is convinced that it is desired by another person who they admire.
Well, say it again.
A person will desire any object so long as he or she is convinced that it is desired by another person whom he or she admires.
Mm. Okay. That's all. Stage left. We out of here. Knowledge. We put this thing together.
Integration.
And we call this thing a peaceful celebration. Peace.